first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go from Green Bay. A return now from the 4. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Love. Intercepted on the second play of the game. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Willis to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Down the left sideline. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, set. Hut.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. To the left side, he finds Kraft. Down the sideline. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big gainer for Green Bay. The gain is 64.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass-receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Ready?
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal.
Black, 95.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. It is brought in the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. The extra point is up and through. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Willis. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
He'll go right back to Laporta. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline. He's able to extend this drive.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Willis. Overthrown in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Here's Williams on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. From the 25, here's second down and 9. Throwing, Willis. open man. It's Jamison Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on, the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Williams in motion. Now a little pop pass. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Gibbs. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Let's go now. 19 Sergeant, corner 70. 79 Broncos. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Throwing is Willis. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Down. Hut, hut.
They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants.
Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football, and they are facing a 2nd and long.
Ready, ready. Come on, set. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Swing back. Here we go. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Love. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Lions have come up with the football. A Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll be second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here's Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds. Up past the 20. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. From the 31, here comes a second and a yard. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
Come on. Hey. Gotta be lying. Hey, check that. Street.
To throw is Willis. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Oh, and he is deep. He hit on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Ready?
On first down, it's Love. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but With the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4.5 speed to maybe play at a 4.7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball is going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw is Love. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. Now Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Down. Black 40.
To throw is Love. And this will be incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a second down.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it, it takes away a touchdown, man. That stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Here's Williams on the return. Whoa, oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. To throw, here's Willis. On the run to the right. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Back to 60. Here's Ryan.
Throwing, Willis. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now, from the 36. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And that is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Come on, come on. Check. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Check match.
Willis now to throw. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Pat the street. Hey, check that, street.
Now Willis. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second and goal.
Ready? Bronco 80. Check, hurt. Hey, smash Bronco.
Willis now to throw. Exiting the pocket right. The second down throw is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Check,
Throwing here on a splash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. He's to midfield. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact.
6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is... Big mistake, because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stops the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Kirk.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. Whoa.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. He'll get up and spike it, and let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Austin Seibert now for this field goal try. No issues there. This one is good. And the Lions cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the first down either way. But at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable. Because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, Love. Throw on the run. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And the Lions have come up with the football. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's in! Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hut.
To throw is Love. Back to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Check, pitch. 50, cut, hunt.
They'll run with Jacobs. Down the sideline, past the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the left side, in the hands of Watson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Ready?
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. set up to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
No turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the Lions first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Kirk is the motion man. Straight ahead, it's Sanders. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Lions. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Moving to his left. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Love. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he'll take this one in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Now the try here for the point after. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's good for 27 and a first down. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Was caught left side by St. Brown. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Sanders trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses.
That one taken in. Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Nixon on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 33, yellow. Ready?
We'll go play action with Love. Forced out wide. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up second and 1. They'll look to throw. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Back to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
They'll throw here on third and short. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Here's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
2nd and 11.
95.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So, it's a win for the Packers. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.